Audio Jungle.
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Off the Woodwork. We're your hosts. I'm Andrew.
I'm Christian. I'm Christian.
And as you can see, we have two very special guests with us today. We have the hosts of Two Balls and a Mic here with us today. Quick round of applause for these guys.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
So we're going to just let you guys introduce yourselves. And you guys can go, whoever wants to go first, by all means. So we're just going to get right into it.
Sounds good. Do you want to go first?
Nope, alphabetically, it's you.
All right. What's up, guys? I'm Chiva. That's a nickname. My name's Alejandro, but I go by El Chiva. So honestly, thank you guys for inviting me.
Of course.
I don't know what else you guys want me to talk about, but yeah, I mean, I'm happy to be here and join you guys today.
My name is Jose Antonio Sanchez Cervantes Perez Cardona Jr. You just call me
Nice.
Tony.
I was like trying to figure out, I'm like, how am I going to write that? I'm like, Tony.
Went across the border, U.S. citizen, yes.
Nice.
But, I mean, you know, San Diego native, San Diego everything. Came up playing soccer. We worked together at the same place.
Mm-hmm.
And just came up with Two Balls and a Mic. That's the brainchild of it.
So
Nice.
we'll hit that first. So where'd you get the name Two Balls and a Mic? Like,
Yeah, actually, yeah. That
backstory
that has
or-
to be, no,
Yeah.
come
So
on,
normally a
that's
lot
not-
of people think it's something like inappropriate or something because two balls and a
Two
mic.
balls and
It's really, I mean, two fat dudes that are essentially the two balls, and we have a mic. Because I mean,
If you look
I
at
thought it
early
sounded
episodes of Two Balls and
you
a
can
Mic,
look at. I've
Like-
lost 190 pounds, so
That is
that's
so. That is
it.
definitely.
No.
So that's
That's a
when
good
we
shit.
first
gained
started.
190
I was
pounds,
bigger
so-
than this guy. I was almost weighing 400 pounds. So
like worried,
It's-
like
Oh.
you're gonna like die.
that's where
Yeah.
two balls came from, and
Good
the
shit, bro.
mic it just kind of had a nice ring to it.
It did,
Honestly,
it did.
he's the one that came up with the name actually. And again, we met at work. We work for an organization that sometimes we don't like to announce on episodes for anything.
Okay.
But yeah, so we work with the youth, and we
always
just met at work, and he kept bugging for a while. I was like, "Yeah, you talk soccer, start a podcast." And I was like, "All right, okay, dude." And then just kept bugging, and then eventually just came along with it.
Yeah, I mean, I always listen to AM radio. Like that's my shit.
Oh, okay.
Like I'll
Okay,
you know,
okay.
I'm a music head. Yeah, and so but I'll like AM sports talk radio. Like this is the herd and like all those type
That's
of
pretty
things.
good. That was pretty good. That was pretty good.
So I just like love doing that because you can multitask, right?
Yeah.
It's not like you're watching ESPN or you're watching whatever. You have to watch it. Like this is designed to be listened to, so you can just multitask. You can drive places. Like you just enjoy it. So,
Very true.
eventually, I just got like, what can I do with this? They had the winter meetings here in San Diego for the MLB with all the owners and GMs coming together at the Hyatt. I'm like, the Hyatt's a hotel. Like I can go in and I want to check out a room, and they have everything and everybody in the lobby. So I just walked in with a, with a black jacket and a notebook, and I just walked in and met Jake Stingler, as
That's cool.
he had just been hired, and so talked to him. It was pretty cool. You can fuck off now. Just you don't need him. But in any case, we were at a bonfire. We were saving a bonfire pit at Mission Bay
Mm-hmm.
for the rest of our coworkers. So we were there at 10 a.m. Bonfire and sunsets like
Later,
later.
That's pretty cool.
later.
So we had time to hash it out. So I
Yeah.
just kind of, all right, what are we gonna do? Here's a Google Doc. Let's make a plan. And I think we set the goal for November of 2019. And some things happened, things got moved around, but eventually we just actually got everything. We started talking about it November 2019, and then we started February 2020. We decided not to start the day that we did because it was the day after Kobe died, and I'm like, I am not starting a sports
Mhm.
podcast after that.
Yep.
Yeah. So
And then sports died
Yeah,
after
that
the
would-
pandemic.
That
Yeah.
definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
So essentially, what
cool.
happened is he brought out a notebook and he's like, I think we've all done this with our friends, right? Your all-time 11 versus my all-time 11. Let's write them down. And I'm like, all right, here we go. And we actually had
Just
a
killing
discussion
time.
and just saying, all right, well, I have a better goalkeeper than you. I picked like Casillas. You picked Buffon or some shit like that. So from there, it just sparked the conversation. I was like, you know what? This could be fun. I've always had a dream to be a sports broadcaster, or not even a sport broadcaster, but work in the sports industry. And in my time at SDSU, I was in the radio college station, so I had my own soccer show there. And then when I told him, he was like, then you have experience with this shit. Why don't we do it? Like, you're not doing that anymore, so why not?
Sure.
Long story short, SDSU didn't work out for me. So now I'm living the dream without a fucking degree. Fuck you, SDSU. I don't know if I can cuss here.
Oh,
Nah,
sorry.
you're good.
Totally
Alright,
fine.
sorry.
Nah, you're good.
Totally good.
But that's how that went down. But yeah, I mean, it's been a journey ever since.
That's cool. That's cool. So, I don't know. I'll just get like into a little bit more. Like, so you've met a lot of
Cool.
different people throughout the Wave, the Loyal, the Soccers. Is there anybody other teams you've
Interactive
done?
with?
Yeah, like those are the main
so-
big ones. But is there any smaller ones? Other ones we?
Yeah, so we've gotten credentialed to go to Cholos games. So we met their communications person, Mike, and he's super dope. Like, he's been on our podcast, and we met him and met a lot of people down there. So they're super dope. I went to a Chivas game up in LA. I think sometime last year, was it?
Yeah.
It was against a team from, what was it, Guatemala or something like that. I went to that, and it was at the bank.
Oh, okay. That's
So
cool.
I ended up meeting people there in their media, in like their media room and stuff. So it was pretty dope making those connections. And then, what else have we done?
I mean, so when the Cholos, right, I got to do
yeah.
narration and commentary for the under 20, under 21s at the
That's-
stadium
That's dope.
in the Fox Sports booth.
That is.
That's
And
cool.
so
That's dope.
they asked me, and obviously he was a little like upset because they didn't ask him. So I took him,
Yeah.
And I made my money after.
and he went to Caliente to the casino, and this was making racks of pesos. And he's texting me like, "Oh, this and this and this," like, and it was the NFL playoffs. It was the Bengals versus the Raiders, and so he was like, "Oh, I'm watching the NFL playoffs and making money." I'm like, "That's cool."
Sends me a fucking picture.
They actually just put the game on the largest screen in Latin America as I'm narrating, and I'm watching it too. So come over, dude. Like,
But I made like
Uh,
what, like $400, like in an hour playing freaking Texas Hold'em.
yeah, and
So-
Nice.
it
Pretty
was
good.
it was weird.
balance.
Yeah, because the guys left me alone in the booth.
So there's a funny story to that actually with Tony during that time, because he did the under 18 game, and then after that it was like gonna be what 45 minutes to the under 20 game. The guys say, "All right, we'll be back. We're gonna go get Carl's Jr." They fucking love Carl's Jr. and TJ.
It's elite in
low key.
Mexico.
It's
You
fucking.
know,
It's
you
better.
know.
It's better
I
than
know.
here in the U.S.
Yeah.
So they go, and I'm over here chilling with Tony in the booth. I'm like, "Hey, dude, that game starts in 5 minutes. They're not back." Oh shit! And
Yeah.
he's just like,
What was that?
and then they just knock on the windows like, "Are you ready to go?"
Vas a empezar en 5, 4, 3.
When I tell you,
I
I've
like
never
that,
seen.
yeah.
So the thing about Tony, he has a game face on, and when he locks in on something, 100%, like nothing can fucking face this guy, and I'm not fucking kidding about that. So the look on his face, I've never seen that. He just went and locked. I was like, "Hey, dude, do you want me to hop in and help you?" Yeah, he didn't say shit. He started fucking looking up the players' names from the under 20, their numbers, and this and that. Fucking starts a good 5 minutes into the game. The guys barely started coming. So he started by his
Bienvenidos
own.
al otro encuentro aquí con los Cholos, aquí en el Estadio Caliente.
started
Bienvenidos a toda la
record-
afición
it
aquí
was-
en Estados Unidos.
It was hilarious
That's
because
pretty good.
I've
That's
never
pretty
seen
good.
him shit break so
Yeah.
hard, and he honestly killed it. Like, they were like, "Hey, dude, like, the fuck." They
Come back.
invited him again, and just scheduling and every time going to TJ every weekend, it's just a drag.
I don't have a
honestly, but
Sentry, so
yeah. So,
it's not going to work out.
but that was a funny story. Like, just seeing
That's
him
insane.
like when that happened, I was like, "Damn!" Like, I was cracking up.
Yeah, we've
That's
had
gold though.
small experience of commentating when we did the futsal team at Hanger.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was not our element. We like it just was like we were trying to fill it in, so we weren't going like
What was the
but,
name again?
It's hard, dude.
but it was fun, and like we never posted anything, but we like practiced and we enjoyed it. We threw in ads, like we were pulling in advertisements in there, like it was fun, but like we were
Yeah,
not on
true.
that level. We were kind of like looking at each other, we're like watching, like what do we do? Like do you talk now? Do I talk now? But it was like it was still a cool experience to do, just because not many people can say they like actually commentated a soccer game of any sort. So
Yep.
that's cool
We
that you
even
actually got to like
commentated honestly.
into it.
So we actually do commentary for a UPSL team. I play at Mission Bay High School, San Diego Internacional.
Oh, okay.
So there's a lot of team
Shout out to the boys.
players. Your girlfriend's favorite soccer team.
That's their slogan.
There's a lot of players from like 1904, Albion that
Okay.
and a lot of college players that just go and filter into that system. So we do commentary for them. That's cool. And then I don't know if this is actually breaking news. We're hopefully I don't have my button.
Oh,
We might be working with the Soccers and doing Spanish for them, just because they don't have
That's
that.
it.
So
That is
that
dope.
might be coming down the pipeline. So who the hell are we? Like it's
Oh,
just fun.
dude,
Like
that's
it's
just how
just
it
crazy.
happens.
Like
It
it's
just-
just insane and it's really fun.
We'll be at the soccer's game. We got the media credentials, so
hell yeah.
Yeah.
we'll be
we'll
seeing
be
you guys
there.
up there. We're excited for that, especially the new arena up there in Oceanside and stuff. I think it's gonna be.
Calafino Arena.
gonna-
Shout out Calafino. Sponsor. Use the promo code 2balls.
Use the promo code 2balls20
about
for
to say,
20% off,
20%
guys.
You guys got the sponsorship. I think that's also dope. We got Maya Derm.
There you go.
Shout out
Yeah.
Maya Derm.
Maya
Yeah,
Derm.
my
Yeah, yeah.
Ad during our hydration break as usual.
Yes, sir.
So obviously the big goal that we see, you guys got it pinned everywhere. You want the 2026 World Cup credentials.
That's the dream. When we started this, we said, all right, let's just go to as many soccer games that we can for free. And fucking loyal Wave, Cholos. We've gone to some, we're planning on going to MLS games. I've gone to Chivas already.
Went to the Galaxy account.
Went to the Galaxy game against Loyal, so that counts. But so far it's happening, and anyone that we talk to that keep telling us, like, you guys are on the right track. Sometimes you don't feel like you are, right? Sometimes
Yeah.
you feel like, I think you guys can agree, it's like, we should be bigger by now. We should be doing this by now. But again, like, small victories like that. But yeah, going to the World Cup for free, that's
yeah.
just,
That's a sick.
it's mind-blowing, but it's reachable.
And it's coming to
Wow.
us.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Like it's, I
Yeah,
mean,
that's
it's
what's
right
cool.
there.
It gravitates towards you. That's
So-
like a lot of
so-
attraction.
So quick question: who you guys got winning this World Cup?
Brazil. That's
Oh,
my
true.
honestly that's my, if I'm not a Mexico fan, Brazil es el equipo de mis amores. It's the how do
Okay.
you say that, Mr. Nizzle?
I don't know. They're like the what? It's like the team of your dreams, no?
Yeah, it's like the one that just put that like
the best playing style.
yeah like
They're fun
we-
to watch.
yeah they're fun to watch. I've always enjoyed the way they
Mhm.
played. They've had legendary players, the Ronaldinhos. Like I remember waking up. By the way, we're gonna have to wake up at 4 a.m. for some of these
yeah,
games.
it's, yeah.
just to
Isn't
get
the
ready.
first game like at 2 a.m.?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. It's-
I remember waking up at 3 a.m. to watch 2002 Korea-Japan final, to watch Italy versus Mexico. It's kind of Borghetti doing one of the greatest goals of all time. Like it's
Nice.
like those memories of those teams. But Brazil have always loved the whole everything about them, and I think that they have what it takes this year.
Yeah, I mean, I like to go with underdogs sometimes, and I have a feeling like there's a chance where if Brazil and Argentina and Portugal win their
Ooh.
groups, then they can face each other in the final. And just for that to happen, to have a Ronaldo versus Messi final, like I feel like it's too good for it to not be true.
It's
like
written
for
in the
them to
stars.
say it's not rigged, but if it happens, then it's like fuck. But how great would that be,
oh,
right?
that'd be
Oh,
amazing.
yeah,
And
that's a good
I mean,
feeling.
I'm a Man U fan, so I have a soft spot for Ronaldo. So I would want Portugal to win it. Will it happen? Probably not. Well, Argentina has a better chance. Honestly, they do. They're still gonna se la van a pelar contra Mexico. Imaginémonos cosas chingonas. Nah, we're a fucking joke. Sorry. But,
Right now.
but yeah, no,
honestly,
I'll
right
go
now,
with
yeah,
Portugal.
Mexico,
I'll
yeah.
go with Portugal,
Fine.
honestly.
I don't
So
see them too far into the competition.
Yeah.
But now there's gonna the
That's
U.S.
You
Oh,
you think
sorry.
U.S. actually has like a
Not this World Cup.
not this World Cup? Yeah,
Not this
that's
World
what I was.
It's coming though. It is, and it's scary. Not
It-
gonna lie.
I will admit, being fully born U.S. the white guy here right now and stuff like it's always
Damn right.
it's always been like
Damn
difficult.
right,
Say it
brother.
say it with some pride.
Damn
bro.
right, brother.
Like it's difficult. I find myself cheering for Mexico a little bit more, Argentina, all those other teams and stuff, and everybody's like, "You're USA." It's just I'm like, I look at it as a soccer fan, I'm like, it's just hard. I'm like, it's getting there. I will admit, it's getting there. It's getting
Yeah.
closer. Those guys, they're shaking out the wrong. The guys that are just kind of like whatever. They're
Mhm.
getting the right ones and stuff. So 2026 will be a very interesting, World Cup. Hopefully you guys are there. Hopefully we're there. Hopefully we're all there.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Who knows? So I'm excited for it. I think we're all excited for it. I think
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
the World Cup's kind of hard not to be excited for it. So you guys mainly focus on San Diego, a little bit of TJ, Mexico, close to the border and stuff. You guys were mentioning MLS. Do you see yourself expanding? Like, when you say MLS, are you just going like LA or like
So actually, we have a couple of connections across the MLS, even down to players. John Kempen, who used to play here.
Oh,
even
yeah.
Even this season, one game.
Yeah,
as
one
well.
game. Remember
Was
that.
at DC. Miguel Berry, who we were close to snagging, but Ohio, Columbus was just not with it during that period of time.
Yep.
But like, we also have connections with Austin FC. So that was just a matter of getting there and going to it.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Austin's a very cool team.
Yeah.
Like they came up and like creating stuff. And I think it's a really cool atmosphere. Matthew McConaughey.
All right.
Exactly. I think that's a
Yeah.
that's a really cool connection.
That's a
That'd be
good
cool to
name.
see stuff.
Yeah.
We have a buddy up in Seattle that just shout
Cheyenne.
out to Cheyenne. He just goes to Sounders game and he has his own podcast. So yeah, he's up there in Seattle and he's pretty dope. You
That's dope,
definitely
man.
check him out too. He's cool.
And I'd like to think we have a network of like people who are like, hey, I'm gonna be in, I don't know, Philadelphia. Can you hook me up with whoever the Philadelphia Union guy is?
Exactly. Yeah.
And then that's pretty much just those real relationships, how that's been building, and just the connections. And I'm even with somebody like Jimmy Conrad.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
that was a connection that I had before the
Mhm.
podcast, and to be able to, hey, like, do you know anybody over at Real Salt Lake? Or they're not called that anymore, are they?
Yeah, real
No,
solid.
Real
Yeah,
Salt
yeah,
Lake.
they are good.
He also played in formerly known as the Wizards. Is that
Wow.
yeah? So,
Okay.
so like just
Many.
those connections, like, hey, this and this and
Yeah,
that.
that's-
Eventually, like, if push comes to shove, like, if I have to be like, hey, Landon, people at CONCACAF, like, come on, like, who's the guy? So again, and just nurturing those relationships and not fucking it up, because like,
Yeah, you don't want to burn those
Yeah.
bridges.
You wanna-
plenty
you
of
wanna- yeah.
opportunity to mess things up and just have it, yep, there you go. That's all you get, and it just maybe rubbing somebody the wrong way, and
Yeah.
that's really like those little details through the journey of like meeting people and talking with people. Like that's what it is. That's like the bread and butter. It's like customer service, but reverse. Like
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good. Yeah.
So you met Jimmy Conrad, or like you've interviewed him, Donovan, plenty of loyal players. Who's like the biggest one you guys would say that you've like interviewed, and all that kind of stuff? The biggest person.
so there's, and here's
Counting the comedians,
yeah. There's that realm of like, okay, we can do whatever the hell we want now. Like
especially during COVID.
during COVID, like I just had an idea of like, oh well, let's have some comedians on because they can't do stand up, they can't do anything. They need to channel their funny. So I started hitting people up. Eventually linking up with Bert Kreischer. I
That
don't
is
know.
so dope. I'm a big fan of that guy.
Yeah.
Seeing that photo, I was like, I'm so jealous. I'm like,
He fucking gave us a shout
What
out
is
before
it?
that too because of
yeah.
his freaking
I saw
tuna
the
Tuna
jerky.
jerky. You guys like fish?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there's Point Loma Seafoods. Shout out Point Loma. I used to work there. Who make tuna jerky, like jerky, but tuna.
Tuna?
And it's like you just
It's
two things you
fucking-
just don't.
yeah,
think
I
of.
would have never.
It's amazing, dude.
It's
honestly.
amazing, and it's opened so many doors.
Like when you're at a peda or something, dude, and just limoncito, the tuna jerky. Fuck,
That was
dude.
good.
It's a nice
That's pretty
snack.
good.
But yeah, so we met Bert Kreischer, and then we just had other comedians that like kind of opened that door to be able to get to Bert Kreischer.
and Alex Morgan.
Alex
like,
Morgan,
Oh,
Alex
that's
Morgan.
true, too.
How did I mention Bert Kreischer before Alex Morgan? I don't know, but here
fucking
I am.
10 million followers on Instagram. and you mentioned
like,
Bert.
Getting to the point of like, and that's like how we measure it. Like, hey, we're just here, but it's the consistency of people seeing you and being, hey, good morning, how's it going? Hey, what's up? Hey, good morning. Hey,
Yeah.
good morning. It's just that, approachableness where like they'll see you and they'll say it.
Yep.
Naomi Gurma, came up to us after one of the games, like, hey guys,
What's up,
how's it
guys?
going?
That's dope. That's
I'm like,
dope.
hey,
That
you
is
might
pretty
say
dope.
like,
yeah.
and like, oh,
I'm Naomi Gillen.
Alan
You're watching
Sheridan
Two Balls
too.
and a Mic.
yeah. And so, and that's the thing. You just treat everybody like people, and I think that's
what they
the
are.
key. Like they're just people.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like
Yeah.
the first time I met Landon was during the kit reveal in the first inaugural day. First of all, I thought it was gonna be like, "Hey Landon, how's it going?" But it actually turns out to be like more like, "Hey Landon, how's it going?" Because he's fucking short.
Oh, big
And
time.
it
Yeah.
pissed me off how short he was. Like, this is the guy that's been killing us these whole years. But like the first thing I asked him, like, "Hey, why did you take a piss in the Estadio Jalisco?" Because he actually during one of the Mexico-U.S. trainings down in Mexico, in Chivas home field, just decided to take a piss in the bushes. I'm like,
Damn.
and that's like peak like
Yeah.
heat. Like if we're talking like
Oh yeah.
You know,
pretty
Stone Cold Steve
wild.
Austin versus The Rock. Like he's the
Yep.
biggest fucking heel
Oh, yeah.
to Mexico.
I fucking hated it.
Like,
It was
I
nerve wracking because I'm
hate
like,
it.
bro, we're nobody right now, and you're asking. You could piss this guy off and be like, hey, fuck this guy's. Never invite him again.
Yeah, I'm just like, why'd you do it? Oh, I got a fucking
Oh, you
memory.
memory.
Well, okay. Fucking asshole.
But he gives a shit. Oh, he'll give you shit too when like if the U.S. beats Mexico or something like that.
Which is kind of cool, right?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Nations
Yeah.
League, U.S. won, Gold Cup they won. So then being at the training the next day with some of the front office people who are also U.S. fans who are wearing a Donovan shirt, just sitting there and talking shit to me, and then you see Landon just like, hey Tony, how about that game? Like,
Just that
Passing by
brief
is like,
little-
hey,
he'll
fuck
refer
you.
to Pulisic as Christian.
Oh
It's
yeah.
kinda cool. Like you'll be watching a Chelsea game, like, hey guys, how's Christian doing? I'm like, oh yeah, you can text him half. And that's what I like to think about. Like, and it's so dumb. It's so dumb, but like levels
Oh yeah.
of like, because everybody here is in the room, I know Nick Hardwick, who was the center for Phillip Rivers all those years. Therefore, you're all one level away from Phillip Rivers.
Yep.
So I'm a big believer.
That's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
it's a crazy like just the opportunities. Like I got people that got people.
Yeah.
You never really realize that until like it's hard to say that like
Yeah.
anywhere else in the world. But like I
Yeah.
feel like San Diego is such a
Crazy.
good place to just bam 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 levels to that. Like
It's ridiculous until he tells me like we're one level away from Eden Hazard. I'm like, oh shit, you're not wrong. Like,
Yeah.
when 1904 was here, like
coach.
we had the coach on and the coach has talked to Hazard, and it's like, okay,
It's
one level
just-
away from that shit. What the fuck?
That's pretty cool.
mind blown. And then that moment happens and you don't know what to do. You just like freeze in the
Face that
moment.
shit,
And you're just like,
honestly.
I feel like
The Hazard.
I'm a big Chelsea
his hand.
fan, big Hazard fan. So if that happened,
I would tell him, let me be careful. I don't want you to get hurt while I say hi to you. You know?
We're 2 levels away from Logan Paul.
Ooh, Logan Paul.
I know.
You're a
Jay
big-
Conrad,
Logan Paul.
who knows
Yeah,
KSI,
That's true.
knows Logan Paul, and all those people. Like you're right there. Everybody's right there.
that's all it takes.
This is a big Logan Paul fan now. Ever since that WWE contract.
That's future. That's future WWE Hall of Famer
Oh,
Logan
100%.
Paul. All right, who's going to be enshrined along with future WWE Hall of Famer Bad Bunny.
There we go.
Ah,
I fuck with that one.
That one was crazy.
Like,
You
if-
fuck
if-
with that one.
If it,
I was gonna
wasn't,
say.
if it wasn't a soccer podcast and he wasn't here, I would be a solo wrestling podcast.
Oh yeah.
I am a
Wow.
wrestling encyclopedia. Like
Mhm.
it's insane.
To the point where I know some shit because before shows or anything, he starts fucking. Oh, you need to watch this wrestling match and this.
Yeah,
and
bro,
that.
you
So
need to
he'll
watch
put-
the Undertaker versus
He'll
Shawn
put
Michaels
like
at WrestleMania
shit on, and
25.
I'm like, this shit's fake. But then I'm like, oh, dude, this shit's fucking dope.
Dude,
what the
I
fuck?
felt
Yeah,
the same way.
dude.
My buddy was like that. He took me to a show in San Diego, and I'm like, really? We're this hyped? Like, this is fake? Like, the script's in the back room? Like, and then, like, I found myself, like, let's go, and cheering. And I'm like, ah, crap. Like, I'm
Yeah.
getting, like, involved into it. It was
You
It's
want-
even better in TJ.
All right,
man.
so you know it. There's a script. Obviously, we know Santa's not real. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh fuck, man.
But
Any kids watching out there? Sorry, guys.
Spoiler.
Tooth fairy.
Beep
While
it
you're
out.
at
Beep
it.
it out.
no, that Tooth Fairy's real.
Es el ratoncito, papá.
But no, so like the way the matches work, right? Like we all know that's a script, but the magic of it is like, let's say the 3 of you are having a triple threat match for the Intercontinental title and a no holds barred match. Great.
Fuck.
Man, just spit out the longest. And I'm like, okay, whatever you say, I'll believe it.
In Hell in a Cell at SummerSlam in Madison Square Garden. Pretty much in the back before you guys go out, you guys will be given a paper. On that paper, it just says 15 minutes, our Nizzle goes over, which means our Nizzle wins. That's all you have. And then, boom, your music hits, you guys go outside. Now it's up to the 3 of you to tell a story based on your moves and your moveset. But at the end of it, he has to win. And that's and so that's the
It's
magic of it, right?
improv.
Yeah.
That's
So
really
like,
cool to
yeah,
think about like
there's
that.
there's a script 100%, but everything in between that, 1 hurts, 2 is pretty much on the fly. Sometimes we'll talk about it where it's like, hey dude, I do this cool maneuver off the top rope. Hey, I actually do a maneuver where I catch a dude. What if you do it off the top rope? I catch, oh my God, there we go. And that just weaves into the story and, you know.
That's pretty sick. Not gonna lie.
I like helps it now. Like, I feel like I'd enjoy it a little bit more now. Just to, I mean, I would enjoy it. Logan Paul.
Favorite
apparently.
wrestler.
No, absolutely.
Oh, Bad Bunny.
Mine, bro.
The Undertaker.
Undertaker.
Undertaker, Eddie
He's pretty cool.
Guerrero, The Rock. like,
The Great Mysterio.
and see, that's kind of we're like going back to the top 11, right? Like that's how it came about. Like, hey, if you're a wrestler, what's your finishing move? What's your finishing move?
I don't know. I don't have one. I wouldn't know.
So you're the manager.
wouldn't
You're the
know.
guy on the outside of the ring that wrangles the tag team. Do you have a finishing move?
I don't have a finishing move. My favorite guy was
move either.
Dean Ambrose.
Dean Ambrose,
I was
Good
with-
Deeds.
By,
Yeah, I was always a fan of
by
Dean.
Shawn Michaels.
Shawn Michaels, Sweet Chin Music. Yep.
The kick that was always.
Do you know how to do Sweet Chin Music?
Which one's that one?
Hydration break.
Is that the one where you snap your knees?
Yeah.
Oh, he does that all the
Yeah.
fucking time, dude.
I always thought it was like so. You can obviously tell it's like fake, but it's like it's just like the ingenuity of
Yeah.
just like snagging his thing so it makes it sound.
It's crazy.
It's like, oh, okay, like he like tries to back it up with something.
Welcome to Off the Woodwork, San Diego's #1 wrestling podcast.
So we'll go back to soccer podcast a little bit. So you guys have been doing this for about 2 years?
Yeah.
Hitting
about
3
2
soon?
years, yeah. February would be 3 years. So about 2.5 years.
We hit a year next year, so it'll be
Okay.
or
Shit.
next month. Next
Next
month.
month, yeah. Next year, I was like, whoa, wait.
Next year in the year, you know. So is there anything you would have changed or done differently if you had to like restart?
He's gonna say not get this guy.
I think that I definitely would have not had him.
You're right.
Yeah.
I mean, not really. Like everything just worked itself out naturally. I wish he had a bigger credit line to start with.
Credit, yeah. Fuck yeah. I
Better
wish that too.
equipment, like, to go.
I
Yeah.
wish that too.
Like
Yeah.
we went through so many things of like, oh, this isn't gonna work. I need this. I need this. I need this cable. I need this cable.
Mhm.
Oh, but this works over here. But why are we gonna buy this camera? We can buy this camera. And
Yeah.
like, you guys know all those things.
Oh
So,
yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
As far as like to begin with, I mean, not really, because like if we were to follow what we wanted to, we were just gonna be a
Just
Premier
talk like
League
Premier League,
stuff
Champions
with,
League,
like-
stuff like that, and then we ended up freaking falling in love. In fact, when we started talking so much loyal, I told this to, hey, dude, I think we need to back up from loyal because I don't know, like I feel like that's not gonna help us spike up or like be bigger, like overall. And then ended up realizing that fuck, we really like this shit with San Diego Loyal. It's honestly opening a door for other credentials and stuff, and it's just the community when it comes to San Diego soccer. Honestly, it just meeting all those people just kind of made it worth it. So far it's pretty chilling. So I don't think I would change anything either.
So I got like 2 more, and then we can take a quick hydration break.
Yeah.
So, kind of briefly,
Yes.
like ended it there. What motivates you guys to just keep going, keep creating content, podcast stuff, any side vlogs, videos, or like what? You know, at one point you kind of feel like maybe you're like slowing down or that kind of stuff. Or just
This fucking guy.
maniac.
Had it not been for this guy, if it would have been me with another buddy of mine or something, there's no way I get to 132 straight episodes.
It's 132 weeks in a row.
Like that, we don't miss an
Yeah.
episode. I missed 2
Nice.
of them. One, I went to my cousin's wedding in Guadalajara. Then I had a surgery, and then like that's it. He managed to get someone and then do a solo one. But
I was in a mountain in a cabin for 2 weeks alone.
mm-hmm.
I took the whole setup just so we can do it.
Yeah.
We did it, and he was
That's
in
cool.
his
Wow.
apartment.
Fucking, I've gotten COVID, and I do it from my house, like we do through Zoom, like so. It's. I think it's more him being on my ass, like, all right, we're here, and just being committed to one another. That we're like, we want to make this shit happen. That's just kind of driving everything. Yeah, sometimes we have a slow week where we'll drop just the episode and we don't do anything on the side, or there's no like
But that-
home games or anything.
pisses me off.
Yeah, it does.
Like,
It does.
I feel that.
and it's that competitiveness. Of
Yeah, and you're just
Yeah.
always wanting to better yourself, better the podcast, better 2 balls on the mic. I feel
Yeah.
that
I
totally
could be
feel
doing something, learning something. like,
Exactly.
Mhm.
You know, some new like camera angle.
Yeah, be prepared and not like go, oh, we could have done that instead of the, you know, you.
And that means research too. Like
Yeah.
honestly, like I say, like okay, like I appreciate Logan Paul, but I've never watched him until recently, and I see his trajectory. Like I mentioned KSI, I'm a huge KSI fan. Like he's like modern day's Childish Gambino because this dude does everything,
Yes.
and it's crazy how he just falls into things. But there's a way that he's been able to do, you know, these. And I study this, like the sidemen. The sidemen are
Huge.
Yeah, that was
Great.
huge. Yeah.
Fucking
Yes.
geniuses, bro.
to do that consistently every Sunday and have content in between. Obviously, that's different, right? Like we lose money.
Yeah,
doing the
exactly,
podcast. Like, we
exactly,
lose
exactly.
money.
Yeah.
You gotta start somewhere.
Yeah.
You have to.
Thing.
But
Yeah.
that's part of it too, like just watching and seeing like, all right, what's next? Like what do I do? What should be done? And just always, hey, look, I learned to do this transition. Like, and I'm just
Mhm.
amazed with myself.
Yeah, the
Like,
littlest things, you're just like,
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
that's cool.
Seeing stuff like that.
When I edit the videos, like I'll learn to like save my time by like it may only take me 30 seconds less to do something now, and I'm like, that's huge for me. Like it felt
Yeah.
so much cooler now that I did that, and then like you just watch and you're like you see the same thing, but for me, I'm like, I did it quicker this time.
Yeah.
It's just
Mm-hmm.
the little things, and that builds up to be something huge, and you just feel.
And then usually when I'm like, fuck, this shouldn't take this long, I'll like look up a Marquise Brownlee, like, what's the latest thing that came out? Like, oh, here's the brand new M2 MacBook. Hey,
Hell no. The fuck.
it's pretty
Yeah.
fast.
No, I know it
Like, it
looks
looks-
fucking fast. Trust me, I would want it. My brother's actually buying it.
Buy it off of him.
Well,
I
tell
told
him
him
to let you
I'll
borrow
give you
it.
mine and I'll take yours.
I'm down.
But yeah, that's honestly what kind of drives the whole podcast. Just making sure that at this point we feel committed to the people that legit watch every single episode,
And listen.
and we just
Like-
feel like we owe to them now to not give up and actually get to the World Cup, because
Yeah.
they're all kind of like, get this guy's there now. Go to
Mhm.
Qatar. I'm like, I don't have a passport, bro. Like, but yeah, that's what's kind of driving everything. I don't know if you want to add anything else.
It's just natural. Like, the people that follow us are just, like, chose to follow us, and you chose to choose that, click that little follow button on Instagram, on Twitter, whatever. And so, now there's a responsibility to, like, who else is doing San Diego Loyal? San Diego Wave coverage is absolute ass.
Yes,
Union Tribune, if you're watching Off the Woodwork episode 28,
thank
you
you.
watch yourself, all right? Because you're, except for that one dude that looks like Michael Key.
Yes.
Yes, Keegan Michael Key. But other than that, their soccer coverage is absolute garbage, just trash. There's nothing in San Diego like that's there. If we can have this be our regular job, and we got paid as much as we got paid to listen to the youth and children of America say the dumbest things every day,
That would be kind of cool.
yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. And then there's people who do it for a living here in San Diego who, like, work at local news stations that might start with a K and then a USI, that have great content for soccer, and they cut it
They
and
don't
then they give it to
fucking
the
use
guy,
it, bro.
and then they're like, all right, cool, we'll use 30 seconds of it.
Yep.
And then
Shout
they'll
out to
just
Chase.
they'll just put the prep pigskin report of another
my
modern day
That,
victory versus.
All right. So last one, unless you guys have any other questions you'd like to ask before we go to hydration break.
so it's like, no.
Oh, moment of truth.
What
Here
do
we
you
go.
guys think is the reason that the turnout for Wave FC is so crazy? Do you think it's the fact that Alex Morgan is in the team?
One,
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah,
100%.
Totally has it.
100%.
sure.
selling out
Dow
the
can
stadium.
sells tickets too, obviously, but so the environment at a Wave game, I don't know if you've been out there to one, but it's you said
Like
you have, right?
Yeah,
baseball.
one.
I don't know,
Not
once
the
you
first
there-
game. Not the first game.
That's the
They-
only
they
one I've
were
been to.
loud.
So yeah.
They were louder-ish.
But the thing is, the environment compared to you guys been to loyal games, it's a lot more rowdy. Like there's people talking more shit, saying f bombs and stuff like that. The Wave game is a lot of little girls. It's a very family oriented environment, and a lot of like older ladies like that are just fan of the
Soccer
games for so long,
moms.
soccer moms.
Yeah.
But it's a lot
Soccer
of little
moms.
girls that get invited, and people take them on. They have posters, Alex Morgan,
Mhm.
Naomi Gurman. They're actual fans. So it's a lot of that. It's very different than loyal games, but it gets packed.
Yes.
You can hear somebody from across the stadium be like,
Yeah, there's sometimes no like
and in the middle of the game,
yeah.
they'll be just, let's go Wave. And
That's
it's a
it.
different environment. When the
Yeah.
crowd gets into it, they get into it.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's not like all gas no brakes for 90 minutes.
But yeah, it's definitely Alex Morgan. Right now, it helps that they are like fighting to maybe get first place in the season, so that does help out a lot. But Alex Morgan definitely just
Winning San Diego team.
it skyrocketed everything for them.
A couple times, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
In
It's
the
pretty
press
cool seeing her
conferences, yeah.
join.
How is
That's
she as
dope.
a person? You guys get
Yeah,
the
that's
chance to
true.
just, like chopping it up with her before or after?
Yeah. So
Yeah, she's definitely freaking cool. The first time we met her was at the press
press
reveal.
reveal. Yeah.
That's dope. I was literally gonna like side question that real quick, be like, how was that being at a like crest reveal for a team?
It's cool because like a lot of people are like, "What the fuck are you guys doing here? Like, who are you? Who are you?"
Because there was a thing
people?"
that they invited us to.
Yeah, and it's like, yeah, we got the invitation, so we're legit San Diego media. So
Boom.
here we are. And so then you have like the regular big old. That's what I love, like the big ass cameras, and then it's like back then our GoPro.
Yep, you're
little
just like
fucking
there.
GoPro. Yeah.
And that's pretty much what it's been most of this time. It's just the GoPro, and that's for streaming. That's for vlogs. That's for everything. We've put that poor thing through so much. But yeah, and then you'll see like the people who do this for a living, who will be like, you know, who do the soccer talk or sports talk like a anchor later at 10. We'll see this. And
It's funny because we used to do vlogs with GoPro and stuff, and then people have their big ass cam, and we can tell like the little side eyes, like, the fuck are these guys doing? We'll be doing a game analysis at the Loyal game or something, and all those people down at the field, they're taking pictures and stuff, and we're over here, hey guys, second half right now, like the team is doing this, blah 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 blah, and then they just like, the fuck are you guys doing? I'm like, mind your fucking business. We're doing our fucking shit, you know. But yeah, the crest reveal was dope. Definitely meeting Alex Morgan was freaking sick. Like, her Spanish isn't too bad, but it's pretty bad.
it's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that was pretty
Noted.
dope.
Nah, actually, I don't.
All right,
You
so
actually
last-
answered the Alex Morgan question.
So last one, see if you guys answer it or not. Is there any secret stuff? All right. Is there any secret stuff, any guess, like anything in the works that you want to leak out there a little bit that we can know about?
So I mean, the San Diego Soccer's thing is kind of like the one that's definitely in the works. We have
Coque Vegas,
Coque
goalkeeper
Vegas.
for Loyal, lined up for an interview after training.
She-
Whether it's a training or Zoom, at this point, it's
yeah, and
Sure.
a couple more player coming in, and then hopefully getting that Alex Morgan, which is like a sit down one where again, like they get asked the dumbest questions in the sense that they'll be asked like, hey, what was it like playing against 17, 15-year-old boys?
oof.
Because they'll scrimmage against colleges, they'll
Yeah.
scrimmage against like that. Like, what did you learn as a person of your age? And yeah, and so these are the type of questions that they get asked. And so one or two for Alex Morgan's like, hey, so like equal pay, equal this, like that's just her identity. It was like, yeah, she's the face of it, but like, I want to know if she really likes Chipotle that much,
Exactly.
because that was her first thing that she did in San Diego, and that was the wrong move. She said, "Hi, I'm here in San Diego. Catch your Chipotle Mexican food, best Mexican food in San Diego." I was like,
She
"Oh,
fucked up.
all right." And you know, just
Cut.
talking to her as a person, as a soccer player, like
Yeah.
that's what they like. Casey Stoney, the coach for San Diego Wave, hates the media,
Hates the
media.
American
I've seen
media.
that. I've seen
It's
that.
just disgusting.
Because she gets asked some stupid ass questions where we're like, damn, like, okay, let's
And-
try to word our questions as best as we can to not piss her off. And it makes sense. She's coming from England where everyone is knowledgeable in the game.
Yep.
And you come here and people ask you, so, hey, so why did you get yellow carded? What happened? Like, did you not watch the game? Like, she calls out people.
Oh yeah.
So, Casey Stoney's, you freaking love Casey Stoney.
Yeah, I mean that's just like pure
Oh.
unadulterated
He's a shark,
soccer.
dude.
And like that's what I like. Is like I played for so long to where I stopped and there was like, what's wrong with me? Like there's just something wrong in life. Like there's something missing, and it was soccer.
Yep.
And you know, I'd stopped playing. I'd stopped. You know, I used to play every Sunday after stop playing competitively, but like. I was like, all right, so this is it, and this kind of gave my way back into it, and it's fun as hell. And that's the thing, like it's really cool, and I want people to appreciate soccer the way I appreciate it, just because like if you know how to play, you know what, like if I talk to somebody at a Wave game or a Loyal game or even a soccer's game, and then I talk to you about like, hey, what did you think of the off the ball movement with the triangulation of the centerman and the left wing, like that? If somebody doesn't understand, they're like, oh, fuck all, like they were going that way.
Yeah. It's just,
They scored, bro.
They
They scored. I cheered, but that was the wrong team. Sorry, but like,
Oops.
but yeah, just like talking in that way and just catching people up to it, like, because it's so fun once you understand it. It's like
Best sport
like,
in the world.
Why
man.
did this happen? Why did that happen? Why Why is a goal like this, so impressive? Why is a stop from the goalkeeper so impressive? Why? Because they're throwing their momentum to the other side, have to stop, and then just stop it with their pinky of the left hand, like the nuances of the game. And so that's the fun of it at this point.
100%. All right, so I think we're gonna take a quick hydration break because it's hot in here.
Hydration.
But yeah, we'll take a quick hydration break. Hear from our sponsors for today's video, and then we'll come back and ask you guys some soccer questions, and then finish it off with some funny non-soccer questions, which are always fun to do with our guests.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm
So
down.
love it.
Yeah, we'll see you guys in a little bit.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boys from Off the Woodwork, and we just want to let you guys know that Off the Woodwork has officially sponsored with Myoderm. If you guys don't know what Myoderm is, let us tell you. Myoderm is a revolutionary CBD product, great for all injuries of any type of any sorts, and will most likely be able to get you out on the field playing again within no time.
Myoderm Advanced Cream utilizes transdermal technology to drive CBD in the muscle and connective tissue and reduce inflammation. Advanced RX has the highest concentration of CBD in the world, with 20% CBD in the Advanced RX 20. Myoderm has the highest concentration of CBD on the market. It is the most powerful and longest lasting pain relief available. With its innovative water-based formula, it has a superior absorption and is non-greasy and a transdermal delivery for deep targeted relief.
Trust us when we say Myoderm is the way to go. As you know, we play soccer on a weekly basis. With Myoderm, working in minutes and provides hours of relief is the best option. You can get your very own Myoderm product at myoderm.com. Make sure to check out all our Myoderm products. And once you found out the one you wanted, make sure you use our very own code WOODWORK to get 20% off your order.
We will have the link for Myoderm and our discount code in the description below. So go out there and get yourself some Myoderm. All things treated or needed, Myoderm. And we're back with the quick hydration break. We got our boys from Two Balls and a Mic, and we got the guys from
OTW.
Your boy Christian.
Andrew. All right, so got a few soccer questions, and then we're going to just hit you with the funny, all over the place questions. So, so first one, Messi or Ronaldo?
Ronaldo.
Messi.
I
That
always
was
choose
good.
Ronaldo. As a Man United fan, I go Ronaldo, obviously, just because I have a soft spot for him. But I understand Messi's the God-given talent, and obviously the right answer is, appreciate both because, you really can't compare them. But I choose
I agree with
Ronaldo.
him. I
Fuck
agree with
you. I choose Ronaldo because that motherfucker puts in work. Like, he's put in so much work, and I think he's a better leader out there. Now he's more on the I'm Ronaldo. I want to do whatever the fuck I want. But at the time, prime Ronaldo, way better than Messi in my opinion.
Messi just that's what soccer's all about. Like he's like embodies like what soccer should and be. It's free. It's freedom. He gets to do what he wants, when he wants, how he wants it, and he's been doing that forever. Maybe not as of recently. Obviously now they're older. But, like, it's the classic Rocky versus Ivan Drago. The best Rocky is Rocky 4, by the way. Like, it's the
Just to
machine
put it out
of
there.
Ronaldo versus, like, the natural talent,
Yeah.
the grit. Like, Messi's, like, carrying logs and stuff. Like, that's his training.
Yeah.
Like, he came up from the slums. So did Ronaldo. But,
True.
just to be able to dominate for so long, as young as he was, in the biggest stage, there was no Sporting Lisbon for Messi. He was thrown in there with Ronaldinho, with Eto'o, with Henry, with Rafa Marquez, with all those great players, and he maintained a level that will never be seen. For as hard as somebody may work, it's not gonna. You can't just make that up. Like Ronaldo's fine, but like if you had to erase one, and in the story of soccer to tell the story of soccer from beginning to end, I would put Messi over Ronaldo. If there's just pages that you need to fill, I'd put Messi over Ronaldo.
You're entitled to your wrong opinion, bro.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like
It's
that.
fine.
All right. What's your go-to FIFA team?
Chelsea.
I go Man U. I go Man U. It's natural to me. I've always known how to use Man U, especially. On paper, their team is still pretty stacked. Like, especially before Pogba, because Pogba's still overrated in FIFA somehow. But I like to go Man U. If I had to go with a top team, I like using Madrid honestly sometimes.
So if you have a cheat, it's Madrid. See, it's Chelsea through and through. Always been Chelsea. Like going back to the 4-4-3 days of Mourinho with Essien, Ballack, Lampard, Drogba. I mean, that's just a Robin at some point.
Mhm.
Like those
Sucks at FIFA either way though.
Like those are those. I'll kick your ass whenever you want.
Okay, sure.
And just those players that throughout. Yeah, there's been some tough times, but just that's the go-to team. I've won tournaments with Chelsea. Like that's just the go-to. Always been the go-to.
Funny you mentioned FIFA because when COVID happened, like when it first started happening, we did fucking FIFA simulated tournaments. So what we did is we hit up people and told them, all right, if you want to enter, that's cool. It's not like they're gonna get to play. They just pick a team, or a team was assigned to them, and it was computer versus computer on like legendary. So you would see some great, and we would just narrate over it.
That's cool.
And that's
kinda
literally
cool too.
content we had. We called it the Community COVID Shield, and we actually did
Unfortunately, there
two
was
tournaments.
because
of
COVID was still around and shit.
Yeah, so,
sports.
That's a dope little thing to do.
it was fun. We saw that Marcial did a freaking bicycle kick out of nowhere to win a game, and like we lost our freaking minds with it. It was a lot of fun. It was so stupid, but it was fun.
All right.
So nice to see.
Wait, do you guys just
Honestly.
team, click OK, and click start?
Nope.
Yeah, so
So
like
we
we
don't-
built, we
Team
do it.
management,
You can
so
build a
team
bracket,
management,
right?
proposition.
Team
So we did a
management.
tournament, and you just like we updated the teams how they actually were. Like we'll are like all right, like Varanes and Manu. Maybe
Sorry,
he wasn't. in the
Thiago's injured.
FIFA.
He can't play for Liverpool, guys. So.
Mhm.
So yeah, so it was actually like the actual players that we would change them in to make sure everything
That's
was
dope.
like on there. But yeah, so it was actually a tournament that the winner, I think the first one got like a $50 Amazon gift card, something like that. So
That's dope.
that's way back in the day.
Yeah.
Should bring it back.
I'm done.
COVID's still around.
True,
Yeah.
very
Monkey
true.
pox.
COVID.
Monkey fuck.
All right. Last soccer question before. So, what's your favorite game you have seen in person? I'm gonna change this as a like fan and not like camera as
Mhm.
two balls in the mic. What's your favorite game you've seen in person?
Okay. Oh, fuck, I have two. I can't pick
Yeah.
between these two. First one is Mexico versus the U.S. It was that 4-2 win that Giovanni Dos Santos scored that freaking amazing goal against the U.S. at the Rose
Oh,
Bowl.
that was
Yep.
nice.
That's definitely up there just because Mexico was down 2-0 and in the first hand, then they kind of got one back, and then like, it's just a dope experience. But I say my favorite, just because I'm a diehard Chivas fan, I went to Guadalajara to watch the CONCACAF Champions League final against, was it Toronto?
That's dope.
It was the second leg, and they ended up going to penalties, and bless Bradley, he freaking kicked it over the post, and we ended up winning that championship. So
That's dope.
that's definitely up there.
I actually don't have a favorite one, just because I haven't gone to a lot of games in person. Like
he's that
I've
guy.
Never
He's that
seen
guy.
Yeah.
He's gonna
Mexico
say
play
some shit
live.
like OC versus San Diego Loyal.
Yeah, but like I went and I went as a fan, but I like even then it just doesn't check that box of like, wow, I saw something, witnessed something live. And a part of me is just because I want to save it, like I would ideally want to save my first Mexico game that I watch in person to be a World Cup game.
I
And
respect
so
that.
like
That was pretty cool.
I want to sing the national anthem to them. Like that's because if it's it's a game here, it used to be a Qualcomm. Like
yeah.
it's fun and everything. Though sometimes they get their ass kicked by Argentina. Sometimes they'll this. But
I
it's
went
just
to that one too, 4-1.
it's
Messi
just-
scored.
Yeah, he did. Own those Valdo Sanchez.
I've seen Ronaldinho play Chivas versus Barcelona way back in the day. Like
Ooh.
they tied 1-1. Rafa Marquez scored on Chivas, which is ironic. But Ronaldinho got their half, and I've never seen. It was a Coliseum, 90-something thousand people. I was a freaking little kid. Never seen so many like flashes like just when Ronaldinho
Yeah.
stepped on the field. It was
That's insane.
like just to see Ronaldinho play was like mind blowing too. It was a 1-1. It was very when I was still like a kid. I mean, I've been blessed to go to a lot of different soccer games. You haven't had that chance.
I was too busy playing.
Oh yeah, so whatever.
The actual sport.
I could afford to go to the games. Sorry, bud.
I could too. I was just too busy playing. And playing.
But yeah, no, definitely been to a couple games, but those three I guess would be like
That's
the
dope.
top for me.
That's dope.
Hell yeah.
All right. So we're gonna get in the fun ones now.
All right.
We love these ones.
All right. So we'll start off. What time do what time do you wake up in the morning?
5:30 every day, Monday to Fridays, or 5:45. I work at 6 in the morning, so
I get up at my body wakes me up at 5:50 because it's like you need to go piss. So that's
yeah, he
that's
wakes
the
up early
moment.
too.
All right. All right. What is your favorite type of music?
I mean, right now I'm into like the Latino shit, Bad Bunny and all that, but just 'cause I'm gonna go to the concert in September for Bad Bunny. But I like
Yeah.
anything except for metal, country, and
I've gone into Metallica, bro. Like
Good
I've
too.
played Metallica for you,
Yeah,
and you're like,
I mean,
that's
I'm a-
actually a really good riff.
I'm a
And
fan
like,
of music.
Yeah, dude.
I play guitar, like I get it, I understand it, but I just won't listen to it. R&B is cool, but
like
I never
metal.
really was big on R&B. So when people play that in parties and stuff, I'm just like, oh, okay, that's cool. Put some Grupo Firma or something. I'll sing that shit. But yeah, no, I know he has a very
yeah,
different taste.
like it's just the opposite of the last question of like soccer games. I'm like, I haven't really got like music. That's like, the only tattoo I have is a Foo Fighters tattoo. Got back in 2010, so that's like that type of rock
R.I.P..
vibe. Wow, disrespectful, disrespectful.
Pour one for the homie.
Jesus. But I mean, I listen to everything. I mean, I go all the way to like, I was in a band. I actually played at Soma.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's it.
So
Okay.
like
That's
that was
cool.
pretty cool. That was back early in the day. So, you know, just everything from that to like crabcore, like hardcore metal,
Okay.
to then R&B. You know, good old Mike Jones type shit, like back throwing it back, and hip hop. Like
He'll listen to
Neo,
his
like,
FIFA soundtracks too.
FIFA soundtracks are
Some of them are
just,
pretty good.
heave
What's,
on
No,
what's your
no,
number
okay,
one FIFA
okay.
soundtrack song?
FIFA 15 was pretty good. FIFA
Boom.
15 was pretty good.
There's this
Um,
song that this dude would play when we were at work, and he's like, it's the best song, and it's literally a song where they just naming like soccer players.
Oh no, that's not even from FIFA. That's the vodka.
No,
like
I know
the
it's not from
Zinedine
FIFA, but they
Zidane,
just they just
where like it's a
it's
bunch of dudes
so
with the Zinedine
stupid.
Zidane mask, and they
Yeah.
go right a store, and like they just the lyrics is literally just like Busquets, Iniesta,
That's funny.
Jean-Pierre Papin,
has a beat and everything.
Yeah, the FIFA soundtracks absolutely slap.
and then I'll do like
Yeah.
Pink Floyd and shit, like
Okay.
it's, David Bowie, like
All right.
everything and anything except for banda.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Bum,
Banda.
bum, 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 bada, bum, bum, bum. Cannot stand that.
All right.
Yeah.
What is the stupidest dare you've ever agreed to?
Oh shit.
You think like that, like damn, all these dares are done.
I'm trying to think back in high school.
Usually when those happen.
High school.
I know one for you with the birthday cake involved that would get us canceled. But I think I have one that's definitely never seen the day of light.
Fourth grade, you know, I was coming into it. You know, there's
That one.
disgusting kids. I was a disgusting kid, like mustard and
Era el
chocolate milk.
gordito robalonches, el compa.
Like mustard. I clearly remember that day, mustard just going into the chocolate milk and just drinking it. And
Yeah.
yeah, that was not a pleasant day.
I've always been before I was a big guy. And in high school, we would always go to my homie's house and we'd just play water pong because we couldn't drink at his house. His parents would never let us drink. So we just play water pong and we would do dares and just bets. And I told you guys, I'm a betting man 100%. So we lost and they said, oh, you guys it was 3 in the morning. And we had to go to one of his neighbor's house, knock, and shirtless. So I'm a big fucking guy. Try to sell fucking Hershey Kisses for 5 cents.
Oh my.
So imagine going to someone's house, waking them up at 3 in the morning. Hey, we lost the bet. Would you like to buy this Hershey Kiss for 5 cents? Fucking slam the door in our face and just get the fuck out of here. That was the most like, fuck.
Wow.
I'd be scared, bro.
Besides all the
I even
freaking
probably
like,
yeah, you were with us.
yeah, besides all the
I'd be like, what the-
travesuras in TJ, like instead of ding dong ditching in TJ, they have the electricity switches outside, so we just fucking turn off the electricity switch instead.
Yeah, it's to steal people's electricity bills. Like
Yeah, and then just
show me
fucking
cut. No.
like take air out of fucking car tires and shit with like a rock and just press on that shit. And, like fucking growing up in TJ, you do wild shit.
Legit
like that. This is
crimes.
fun.
Like this is
Legit
Like,
crimes.
Oh yeah,
This was fun.
yeah, but
catch case.
yeah, shirtless, 3 a.m. waking up a neighbor. That's up there.
That one's interesting. All right. This one
That
we
was
ask
pretty interesting.
every single one of our guests. Make sure to do it. What would you do if someone gave you an elephant?
This was cool.
This is our
It's
favorite one.
interesting.
I would hate the person who gave me an elephant to begin with, because they know like this is your like that's just a messed up gift. Like if I give you an elephant and I put it outside your house, what are you gonna do with it? Like and you illegally own it. So do you like, hey, you guys are close to the Escondido animal shelter, so
Yeah.
they take animals. See, I'm thinking humanely here.
Yeah.
Reality. Everybody
Yeah.
else's answers were different.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I'm legit. Like, there's an elephant outside your house right now. It's like,
It's a fucking blessing, bro. You
Yeah, I
fucking
would
go
ride it.
viral.
I would ride it
Just
for the
no,
outside
I mean,
league.
just start fucking posting TikToks about the fucking elephant. You go fucking viral like nothing.
TikTok.
It's funny because
you have to
my
feed
mind,
it.
my mind just went to freaking. It's not an elephant. It's a giraffe. But The Hangover, when the Alan buys a freaking giraffe and it's driving on the freeway with the giraffe behind him. Hey, I bought a giraffe. Fucking bridge just cuts the giraffe's head off. Like, some shit like that would happen to my elephant, where I'm a jinx. I'll fucking end up killing the elephant. Fucking feed it the wrong leaf or something.
Well,
The
what am I-
wrong leaf.
what am I gonna do with the freaking wrong with the dead elephant right there? Like,
I
I
mean,
better get a fucking parking permit in my apartment.
I'd sue, because that's gonna cost money.
Yeah, that's true.
That's the most realistic cancer probably you'll get, but like it's just like, yeah, like, all right. I know Conan O'Brien got gifted a horse by David Letterman,
A
and
horse
they
is
said
different.
like they
Horses are
surprised
cool.
him on the lot, and David Letterman, here's a gift for me to you. Here's a horse, and so they like, well, it's my horse, so he had to put it in a horse daycare,
Yeah.
essentially, which costs a bunch of money.
Yeah,
and
it
so, like,
does.
it's really a fucked up gift, which I love, actually. That's a great question.
that one's our favorite. We've gotten like elephant soccer league.
With one elephant?
I don't know. Someone he
Right,
just
yeah.
said he's like he said he was
you
gonna
go
try
out
to
to
start
create
one.
it.
We're like,
Okay.
okay, we got like do rides, like get people to pay to do rides.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think my brother was the one that said he'd eat it. That one was really weird. That
He
really,
said he would
like-
eat that.
That was weird. We had someone like said we were gonna dress it up, name it, all that stuff. So it's always a fun one to
A
see.
little bit of
but
animal cruelty. I'm always
we get some that one we always make sure to ask. It's an interesting answer.
An elephant's a big ass fucking animal.
It is very. All right.
Yeah.
What never fails to make you laugh?
This
Oh.
motherfucker. This motherfucker will say the stupidest things in the freaking world that I'm like, we'll be driving and this dude just out of nowhere just beep, honks at someone right next, like,
Oh.
because I'm like, damn, he'll lower the window, just yell some shit, and I'm like, it just
But
he
it's never like,
Yeah.
it's never offensive.
it's not
like,
offensive.
It's just little things like, just being stupid. Like, it makes me
Yeah.
laugh. Like,
Yeah.
it's dumb. Like, I make me laugh. And like, he'll be like, I'll do something in front of him. He's like, you do that when I'm not in the car, when it's just you. I'm like,
Yeah,
I
and I
don't know,
start
like,
cracking up
giggle,
at that.
but,
I'm like,
it's
what the
so
fuck?
stupid. Like, that's absolutely
Like
stupid.
car rides with him are the best thing in the world, honestly.
Yeah, like that's what makes me laugh. Is just how silly things can be, and like just not taking anything too seriously. Like taking
Oh, yeah.
serious shit seriously, but even then, just like laughing about it. Because at the end of the day, like, what are you gonna do about it? I have a saying. It's like, well, you don't have glass half full, glass half empty. There's just water in the glass. The fuck are you gonna do with it? Like, that's it. Like, that's what it is.
First time I hear that shit, what the fuck?
Really?
Bro, I was a
I've heard that a
philosophy
lot.
major,
Damn.
come on, huh?
I've heard that a lot.
No, from him. It's like,
Well,
what?
Yeah, bro, wisdom comes and goes. You just never catch it, bro.
All right. So here, this will take
Dropping
us
out
into.
dimes, he said.
This will bring in the next one. Would you ever try stand-up comedy?
That's his fucking
Yeah.
dream. Like I
Yeah.
wouldn't. I wouldn't do it.
Like, there's things like when growing up, like, the things that taught me English, because I didn't know English until 4th grade, was Eminem, the Eminem show. And so, like, that's how I know how to enunciate and the cadence of things. And then, like, in that same MP3 player, I also had Dave Chappelle's Killing Him Softly.
Oh, there you
So
go.
I know and I memorized that entire stand-up special back and forth. And, like, those are things that make me laugh, too. Like, I'll just remember it or something. I was like, huh, to myself. Like,
Just has a moment.
like,
Just
yeah, that was dumb.
Yeah.
But yeah, hell yeah, I would try. I would suck at it. I know I would suck at it just because, like, I'd be too in my head. I'm too aware of I'm hyper aware of myself sometimes. So it's like, that was dumb. Like, it didn't make me laugh. Like, look, what makes me laugh
Yeah,
probably won't make
deep.
other people laugh.
I hate for me because I know I wouldn't prepare anything and I would try to wing it and then just completely be terrible at it. But yeah, no, I don't think it would be for me, honestly.
all right. Do you guys have any hidden talents
Ooh.
you could
Hey.
like show us or anything? You know?
Can you touch your tongue to your nose?
Yeah, I can't. Although the bottom part.
Like, it's not a talent.
That's for you.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
I didn't know you lost weight in your lips too.
Yeah.
I play guitar, but nothing like. Oh, used to play guitar. I don't really play it anymore. But talents.
If you can solve a Rubik's cube, it's in there right now.
Oof.
Do it. You can. He can. That's a hidden talent.
Okay.
Okay, we got.
So I guess like I'm like stupidly fun at karaoke when it comes to rap.
Oh yes, he is actually.
Like the only thing that's like fancy in my tickle as far as rap that's fun to do in karaoke is like Kendrick, and just because people don't expect it. Because then like it's not because a lot of people go up and they'll do the karaoke in their own voice.
Yeah.
And it's like you gotta get into it. If you gotta do something like this, like you gotta do something.
Yeah, you know, yeah.
He's good at
Same thing
copying
with
voices like that.
Eminem, like 2 trailer park girls go around the outside.
Oh,
like,
shit.
You gotta, you know.
That's
up
pretty
it up.
good. That's pretty good.
And so that's when like people are like, who the fuck? And then they see the big brown Mexican guy doing this, like, oh wow. If I have somebody at karaoke that knows how to sing, it's like, all right, you do the Chester part of "In the End" by Linkin Park, and I'll do the rappy part, and then everybody just has a great time. So like, I think just, here's a talent. I found it. I remember.
You're all okay.
I have a talent of being able to say something to him that's loud, but not loud enough for you to hear.
Oh yes.
Like I can communicate.
That's pretty
Like,
sick.
there's microphones
Yeah.
here, obviously,
Yeah.
but like I can tell him something at the
I'll start
exact level
cracking
that
up.
I know you're not gonna hear, just because vibrations and sound travel so far. But I know it'll get to him.
I'm like so mind blown right now.
That's pretty sick, though.
So like we'll do that
Look over there
like
and
during
just, like-
interviews. Sometimes we'll be like, hey, just let you know, I need to go through Mass Casey's story.
There we go. Finished it.
Yeah,
Nice.
there you go. Cool.
Took longer, but thank you.
Nice.
The algorithms, YouTube,
Yeah.
straight up.
Literally from like Ontario down to here, I learned how to do it in the car. I was just
Yeah.
like
Hell yeah.
watching videos and stuff. So now it's just like, phew,
Mm-hmm.
that's dope. The whole communicating. That's like.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, that's
like,
pretty
Yeah,
sick.
dude,
Really
it's
communicate
so
like that?
crazy
Then,
because
like-
we're at a freaking press conference at the end of the Loyal game, and there's this guy that's like he's this one of the Spanish commentators, and he wants to ask in Spanish to I forgot to Landon, and then we're gonna have Conway coming over. Conway's from Wisconsin; he doesn't speak fucking Spanish, and then it's like Tony's just like dips on the Spanish one, and everyone starts cracking up, and that guy goes like, "Oh, I call first." And he's like, haha, no. He said it loud. I'm like, you motherfucker, he didn't hear. I'm like, oh, you sack of shit. Like, that was fucking ballsy and funny.
And it's funny
But,
just because like
yeah,
it's
nobody else
funny.
heard it, though.
That's so.
But he just says, haha, no. I'm like,
Mm.
I was like, dude, nobody fucking heard this man say that?
What the? That's so.
Oh, yeah.
Interesting hidden talents. All right.
That's actually pretty cool.
It's good for the dark humor. With like,
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
gotta give props to
Yeah.
the Special Olympics athletes. Like sometimes it's people don't want to hear that and they just don't hear it. So I'll just be like, man, these guys, you gotta give a hand to them, type of thing. Like, and yeah, exactly. Just for that, just for that reason, it's a superpower because I could just be like, hey, this, but it's in good taste. They'll laugh about it.
He got it. He got it. He's like, wait, okay.
Wow. All right.
Yeah, like
next
that.
question. Next question. All right. All right. I'm good. Would you rather fly or have super strength?
Fly.
I would rather fly and just get anywhere, wherever. Like, no traffic. Shit.
I'll be
Super
there.
strength.
3 minutes.
Include the Hulk because the Hulk has super strength, and that's what propels him in order to do those giant leaps. You still have the strength, and you can travel fast places.
Yeah,
You
no, I
take
mean,
big step.
I feel like then you
Yeah.
would really be able to control it, and then you just be breaking shit. And if you can fly, you can honestly just go like anywhere in the world.
Well, what kind of fly? Do you have wings? Do you just like? Go
You can take it
places
however you want.
I guess like a Superman if you think about it. Yeah.
Like Superman type flying, like
yeah,
shit.
Yeah, that's what I would
Hey, I'll
say.
catch you right now. I'm gonna go watch the Clásico at the freaking Bernabeu. Like,
Yeah.
like shit. You don't even buy tickets. You just chill on the top.
Just like
Yeah, that's
float
it,
above.
though. I
you
always
just-
say, imagine you floating above the camera, just like, looking at the thing.
I keep getting hooked. All right. Would you rather be able to speak every language in the world or be able to talk to animals?
Every language in the world. I don't give a fuck what an animal has to say. Just be able.
At least he's being honest about that. Yeah, at least he's being honest about
sorry.
it. Don't get me wrong, it's cool. Yeah, you better talk to the elephant, though.
It's like, yeah, I talked to the elephant. It's like, hey, how's Africa? It's like, I saw
What
a
if
lion.
they're
I
from
saw a
India, dude?
lion
You can't
fuck
say
another
that.
lion.
They're
Like,
Indian elephants.
oh, okay, my bad.
He
But-
meant to ask,
Animal
where are you
rights.
from? Where are you
Arnezo, tell
from?
him. Come on now.
But no, if I could speak any language, I can literally travel anywhere in the world
Yeah.
and talk to humans that actually.
Speaking every language doesn't mean you can travel automatically.
But I when I
Well,
travel,
you could technically travel and speak the language you go to. Wherever you go, you're speaking that language.
And if you
What
fly,
if
you're
animals
like
speak,
chilling.
like different, like
And would I-
dogs
would
from
I-
the U.S.
I've thought
don't
about
speak,
that.
Don't speak English.
like, would I have an
Yeah.
accent? Because I already have an accent. But
TJ dogs turn to tacos eventually, so that's a different kind of thing.
Oh, yeah.
Spoiler.
Uh,
Sorry.
but no, like different animals. Like if I say at the end of the day, like a dog over there understands that. If they sit to them, they're like, "Fuck."
no speako, no speako.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So like Japanese dog trainers speaking Japanese to the dogs. So
Yeah,
right.
They
No,
do.
you're not
It
wrong.
makes
Wherever,
sense.
wherever a
It
dog
makes
is
sense,
at,
like,
yeah.
What
well,
goes
yeah.
on in here, and it's tiring. I can't turn that off. Like that's just
Well,
like the way things gets processed. Like no, like logically this. But then
You're
that's why I
logically
like to just
thinking,
switch
yeah.
it the other way.
But
It's like,
imagine you talk to animals and you love dogs, but then you like
I could talk
your
to my
dog
puppy.
your dog just tells you, yeah, fuck you, I don't like you.
Yeah, I'm not gonna take that risk.
Exactly. So just
But
make
I
to
don't
humans.
mistreat my puppy.
Send him to the shelter.
She's the puppy princess.
Puppy princess is just a sucker for puppies. Like,
But yeah, speak all the languages. Like
Speak all
I
languages, yeah.
know how to like say hi in a bunch of languages. Like I try to speak Portuguese.
learn
like,
Korean over
Japanese.
work this summer.
Over work, there was a 3 Korean children that came to camp to the States that didn't speak a lick of English. And so how do you tell somebody like, hey, follow the line, stay in line, get in, do
Yeah.
this, jump? Like, what? Yeah,
Yeah.
like you just do like, but
How
like
do you say hi?
like,
I was
Yeah,
Korean.
so I was
I
just
was
like
Korean.
turning Korean, like, oh, 안녕하세요. Oh, 안녕하세요. 타데서. Human son.
Human
And
son.
you
Nice.
do.
They would understand that, yeah.
And so, yeah, it's just like, it's so fun because you
Yeah.
get to just break that down. And like, I wouldn't even
Yeah.
teach him English. I teach him Spanish.
Yeah.
Like, it'd be like, 안녕하세요. Hola.
Hola.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Hola.
Yes, and then they try it.
Yeah.
That's what's cool.
That's right. All right. 3 more.
Okay.
3 more. Fill in the blank. Taylor Swift is.
A hussy. She is a talented twig of a human being that just loves to be double stuffed, whatever she likes, because that's how she makes bank. And I respect that. Because she makes bank. She did destroy Petco Park center field because she brought her 1984 tour here, and the whole center field had
I
this.
think you know the tour's name.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I'm spiteful.
What was the
And
line
yeah,
again?
She ruined it. So
Taylor Swift is.
Feeling 22. That's what she is.
Yeah.
It's the one
Yeah.
song that everyone knows.
Yeah.
really not a fan over here.
All right. Do you have your own Netflix account or do you use someone else's?
I pay for my whole family's Netflix.
And mine. I mean, my
This
Paramount
this dude
Plus.
uses my Paramount Plus. He uses my shit.
Yeah, I use my
yeah.
girls. Netflix. I don't really watch Netflix right now. The only thing I do watch is with her, so it's like just makes sense that it's on the PlayStation. So, Grey's Anatomy just gets fired up on there. Just the dumbest show.
Repeats every season, man. If you haven't seen it, don't watch it. Same shit every
thing
season.
Every season.
like Doctor House?
No.
Yes and no. I mean, the same genre
Yeah,
of
I'm not
like,
gonna watch that
oh
anyways.
man, like something happened in a hospital, but like Doctor House is like, let me just take some Vicodin and like
figure this shit out. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, and oops, like we all kind of didn't learn a lesson at the end of it. And Grey's Anatomy is more like this handsome doctor is having sex with this handsome doctor in this room, but in between, they all learn a lesson because the patient that came in and was mauled by a gorilla because just put it all together, and now they're in love at the end of the episode.
That's exactly what that show is.
And it's in Seattle, and I went to Seattle just because of that, and it's really fun out there.
I pay for my Netflix and like my family's Netflix. They all use my shit. What else do we have, Tony? Paramount Plus, Peacock. I pay for YouTube Premium because I freaking despise ads. Like I hate ads. He has the patience to just wait 5 seconds and skip it.
I don't wait 5 seconds. If you have a YouTube ad and you click the information, you said stop seeing this ad. It tells you why. Is this repetitive, whatever, and you can close it whenever you want before the 5 seconds.
I'd rather pay the $10.
That's very sad. Even the ad block is freaking like doesn't work all the time too, but it pulled through here and there.
I use my own Netflix.
Favorite streaming service, the best. You're like
YouTube. I mean, if I have to say, it's YouTube. Like if you count a streaming service as YouTube, like I am mostly on there because it has everything, and I grew up on. I'm talking like the magic because I come from that age and I'm a little older than everybody, but like where shit was like, why like AirPods? AirPods are magic. Like I used to be tethered to headphones like all the time. Like man, I get caught at school because you have the wire sticking out. Like there's no wire. It's just there. So things like that, things like watching videos like Ray William Johnson back in the day and Equals 3. Just dude, like
that name in a minute.
Yeah, exactly. And so like Smosh when Smosh
Oh,
started, the blender guy, will it blend? That is the question.
I remember that.
They like blended everything. Like that type of like content got me, but now it's more like Sidemen. Like the quality of Sidemen, like 100 pound versus 100,000 pound vacation. One team goes and has a shitty vacation. The other team gets a. Have you seen those?
Yes.
Yeah, like those type of content. The Tinders
Mr.
are like
Beast content.
crazy.
Oh, the Mr.
Like
Beast.
Yeah, Mr. Beast.
Crazy
Yeah.
videos.
That dude, like that's the definition of like a Ronaldo. Like
we
was
fucking
grinding.
Like those
and now
interviews
he's
he
there.
has out there are fucking wild, dude.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm more of a Disney Plus guy, just because I'm a big Marvel fan and just all those shows, just being able to watch the movies and even IMAX enhanced and shit. Like, so Disney Plus is a big one.
Sorry, I read the comics.
Oh my bad, I don't fucking read them.
Favorite Marvel movie?
Huh?
Marvel movie?
Ooh.
Favorite?
Fuck. I really like.
Or who's your favorite Marvel?
I really like Endgame, but I feel like that's a little basic.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Tobey Maguire. Spider-Man.
I was literally gonna ask him like, where you at with that?
Yeah,
Spider-Man.
OG
Spider-Man.
Tobey Maguire Spider-Man.
Toby, yeah.
I can watch.
Hey, that
Civil,
movie
I
was
can watch
really-
Civil War like
Civil War's
all
dope.
the time.
Civil War's dope.
But yeah, big Marvel fans, you guys.
Yeah, I mean, I
I'll
watch,
watch it.
go to the movies, watch it.
I
don't
still need
read
to
the
go
comics,
watch
but-
fucking Thor.
I don't
That's the one I
read the
lagged
comics.
on.
I don't read the comics like that. Me neither.
I mean, I already know everything that happens.
I'm
He
the
told me.
dipshit,
So.
and I'm the dipshit that like knows what happens in like Phase 5.
that actually doesn't happen.
Yeah, no, exactly. I'm like,
That is
if you
incorrect.
look-
Facts,
If you look
facts.
at
That's wrong.
Thor, version 456, Phase 3, you can see that Odin says.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, last one to wrap it up. Would your 12-year-old self think you were cool today?
That was a good
I
one.
think at least today, yes.
He's like tomorrow, maybe not. But today-
You
would
would have
hope
asked
so.
me this a
Yeah.
year ago, and probably no, probably not as much.
Yeah,
I think today, very proud.
Sure.
Nice.
I'm not a professional soccer player, so that didn't work out.
I never wanted to be a professional.
I mean,
soccer
I was
player,
there, so it's like it could have been a possibility, but honestly, like fine with where I'm at. I'm chilling.
Yeah.
I'm chilling. Hey, I've stopped a World Cup winner from scoring on me. What more do you want?
And 2 World Cup winners
2 World Cup winners, actually.
and an Olympic gold medalist.
Yes, absolutely. So that's
That's
on my
nice.
resume. But no, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what I thought cool was back then. What I think cool was back then?
Jugar fútbol y valer madre.
Comics.
Please.
Yeah, comics.
2004. Oh, that's prime Eddie Guerrero. 2004 Eddie Guerrero when he won the world the undefeated not undefeated undisputed WWE Championship. He won it against Brock Lesnar in San Francisco at Judgment Day. At No Way Out, actually.
Jesus
Because
Christ.
Goldberg came in, interfered,
Pinpoint.
did a spear, then a jackhammer. Eddie came on up to the top rope, frog splash. 1, 2, Brock kicked out. What?
Here we go talking about wrestling.
Gets up, puts him in the F5.
I love her.
But Eddie placed the title in the middle of the ring. He does the S5, but gets countered into a DDT onto the title. Brock Lesnar hits the head. Goes again up, all tired. Another frog splash. 1, 2, 3. San Francisco loses it.
He can
Celebrates
talk
the
about the shit all
California
day.
flag,
Like,
Viva la raza.
all day. He can talk
That's
about
good,
that
though.
shit
He's like the
all day.
Rams
That's it.
football coach. He can say any play that he's ever
Yes.
like been a
Yeah,
part
that's
of and
facts,
stuff.
too. Yep. I think that's all right. What is that? Not
So, that, and I think on that note, I don't even know what that beeping is.
yeah, I think 12-year-old
Maybe. So yeah,
12-year-old
probably
me would be proud to where I'm at right now. But
not. All right. Well, that does wrap it up, and I believe the camera is also telling us to wrap it up. Maybe.
Yeah,
So,
probably.
anything you guys want to say? Ask us. We'll wrap up. Drop your socials or anything like that.
Yeah,
Before
true.
Well, I mean, socials wise,
Just add
two
balls on the mic.
balls in a mic.
we'll put
honestly.
it in the bio also.
Yeah.
You know, show
Yeah,
you
two
guys
balls
Yeah,
in
throw all
a
that
mic.
stuff in the
El Chiva 97 is my personal one. If anybody cares, but
Add two balls on the next one.
yeah,
No
add
fun.
2 balls in it. Yeah,
Don't-
anything.
don't fun.
You'll
Twitter,
find
Yeah.
them on the
Twitter, Instagram mainly, and just YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, like all the
Alright.
stuff. But yeah,
on.
definitely if you haven't gone to a San Diego Loyal game, get out to one. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, you'll see them.
Lovely. Great
You'll
team.
you'll see them sometimes too. You'll see him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
work
yeah,
there.
yeah,
It's fun.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we greatly appreciate you guys coming on. I mean, you guys are big in the soccer and podcast world and stuff like that, so it's really cool to have you guys on here. Finally, like
Very
sit down
cool.
and talk to you guys. You know, we
Yeah.
briefly talked to you that one game that we all went to go watch and stuff, but yeah,
That was a good game
greatly.
too.
Yeah, that was a good
Mhm.
game.
Oh,
Orange
thank you
We
guys for
scored when we
having us.
want.
Honestly,
Oh, yeah.
thank you guys for having us. It's dope. I mean, it's great seeing more and more people get out there and just try to grow the soccer community. Because at the end of the day, that's what it is. San Diego's growing when it comes to soccer, and it's only gonna get bigger. And good shit, you guys keep up your fucking grind as well.
Yeah, we appreciate it. And we hope
Yeah,
you know
appreciate it.
FIFA World Cup 2026. See you guys on the field.
Hell yeah,
That's
this is
a
the
goal.
fucking goal.
Represent San Diego. Are you guys
Alright.
A58 up here?
What?
Are you guys
I
A58 or
bel-
619?
Six
Oh, my phone number is 619.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
I might. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
What's your
None of
phone
that-
number?
none of
start
that
with?
He has like the boost or whatever.
760.
He has the
Is the-
adelante, adelante.
Yeah.
Where you at?
Tu amigo keep.
Yeah, bro. I got my phone number still since like
281-330-8005.
Yeah, yeah. His phone is different for sure.
All right,
Sure.
but on that note, I think we're gonna wrap up episode number 28. It's been Off the Woodwork.
28.
It's been 2 balls and a mic. We will see you guys on the next one.
Give it up. Have some applause.
Let's go.